A lot of guys, when they graduate from college and they get into the real world, they decide to make a shift after that. I think the statistics said that, about people change jobs 7 times or career 7 times for the first 10 years after graduating.
I've heard it's 11. Actually.
Is it 11 now?
That's what I heard recently.
Yeah, it's a lot's changing. So, and I know you guys have both gone through that, Rich, getting into a new business, shifting from ministry, and Glenn, you've started and made some different businesses and changes as well. So the question is, what was the process, in a minute or less, what was the process that you guys went through in order to seek God and make those decisions?
Well, for me, in college, I had a mentor tell me that really in your 20s, you should go ahead and explore things that you enjoy doing. Try to get varied experiences in terms of career and ministry and things like that. So that actually changed kind of my perspective, and I felt like I had more freedom to really to use that time to find what God was calling me to. Mm-hmm. And so obviously through prayer and figuring out what the pros and cons of making a change are and talking to people. So a lot of different things, but really having that advice really freed me up to really explore and be open.
Mm-hmm. And how long did it take you to make that change from when you first started thinking about it to actually committing to it?
Probably 3 months.
3 months? Okay. So it wasn't just immediate, it took some time to think it through. Mm-hmm. Okay, great.
Well, I have kind of 2 answers to this question,
yeah.
Because the first time I went through that transition from college into starting my own business, God wasn't really in my life. I went to church, I knew there was a God, but that's all I knew. So I was the ultimate prodigal son, because in my eyes, he gave me all these blessings, and I never realized who it was from. That was my Heavenly Father, and basically squandered them all on multiple businesses and aspects and things I did right up to the time I was like 35 years old when I finally came to the Lord. And then when I came to the Lord, I would seek Him in those decisions, and things really changed. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's an old saying, you need breakdown before you have breakthrough, right?
Yeah.
And I came to my knees several times financially and in business with crushing blows, and God's always been faithful and there for me, but the second time around, it was so different, and I've had a peace with the decisions we've made, and I've had joy in the work that we're doing, and really look at it all in a different way. So transitioning now in the last 15 years, seeking God, checking with mentors have been very important. Researching, the aspects of why I want to do this certain business project or whatever has been very helpful. It's still always a learning process. You're always going to fall and get up, fall and get up. In any business, no matter how well versed you are in it, whenever you start something new, you're always going to have to go through those experimentations. But with God there, there's a safety net, there's a double check, there's a check in the spirit, which I didn't use before, I just drove for the dollars, and it really does make for a much more peaceful transition when you know God's in your corner. No matter what happens, He's in control, so you're going to fall and land on your feet.